It's during this season that I love to see the zebra grass and the fronds on the zebra grass. When I see this, I see the vision for the cottage garden. Hello, hello, hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Well, it's Sunday, and it is the first Sunday in October, and it is a beautiful afternoon. But this morning I was able to get out and give you a nice garden tour in the cool of the morning. It was cold this morning, but now the sun has come out and it's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. So come with me as we walk around the garden and admire the last of the beautiful blooms here in my garden, Catherine's Garden. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Well, I am so happy to report that my husband finished the border here for this center bed. So now the 3 beds there are looking fantastic with this beautiful border, which will keep the plants warm and just adds such a great design to this section here. And when I look out my kitchen window, I can see this. When I stand here on the deck, I can see this, and I just love it. I love it because it defines each and every one of the beds. And as you can see here, my impatiens are still alive. Why? Because of the heat from the stones, from the edging. It is just so beautiful. And it is going to give some character to the garden because we're going to be able to define each of the beds. And later on, as the different plants die back, we'll cut it back, we'll mulch it, and it will stay nice and ready for next year. Of course, I need to buy some tulips and daffodils. That's the next thing to put in my garden beds here. I have a lot of red tulips and daffodils already in the bed, but I need to add some more. So I am excited to get up this morning and show you my garden and to share for the first Sunday in October a beautiful garden tour of Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Now it is really cold out this morning for me. It's like 48 degrees out here, and it's around 7:30 in the morning. But I really wanted to give you a sense of what the garden looks like with this lighting. It's looking good. The leaves haven't turned color yet, but they will. I do love this deck view because it gives you a sense of what the garden looks like overhead and what I see every morning when I step out in my garden. This is what I see, and it is so beautiful. Now, as you could see here, my grapevine has really grown and is covering this deck area. The leaves are starting to turn color, but it does add a lot of privacy to this area. I love it. This is the first Sunday in October, and I am just so pleased to see how these garden moms, have just opened up from last year, and they're just looking so good. And you can start to see also that the leaves are changing color here in the bed, that my purple perella is no longer purple, that they are now taking on a more fall coloring and just giving this bed a totally different look. My caladiums are going to be finished soon, but as I said before, because of the warm border that we put in with the bricks, it has really helped the caladiums to stay a little longer here in the garden. But I'm really pleased with the mums. And there is something to saving these garden moms and giving them what they need so that in the fall they can really show up and enhance the fall garden. I am just so pleased with this edging border of bricks that my husband put together there, and the fact that it has just been so transforming for this garden. Now look at this bed. This is so beautiful here to see the moms show up. Now this is their time. It's just looking really, really complete and beautiful here. Yeah, and look at the difference. So these were last year's moms that I bought in the, I think 9-inch pots, and they were for like $6. Yeah, 2 for $12, something like that. Very nice, reasonable price. And we planted them, and they have came back, and I was able to plant them here in the spring, and now this is their time to shine here in the garden. And what I'm going to do is add pathways here. So I'm going to get some stepping stones and add a pathway that leads to the back here on this side, and then the same thing on this side. We still have more work to do, but I think that this is so nice. And just think, in the spring you're going to see red, beautiful tulips and daffodils in the bed here, along with other spring flowers that self-seed. So we'll come full circle, starting again from spring, summer, fall, and this is the fall garden. And these 4 o'clocks, I'm hoping that they will establish themselves in this bed. You can see the seeds here. I need to harvest these seeds of the 4 o'clocks. That's such a beautiful color. And it works really well with the marigolds. So I'm going to do this again for next year and see this fall garden look. I love when one is intentional about doing things in the garden, because when you have a vision for something and then you start planning for it, you think about it, you put it together, and then when that vision comes to pass, it's just a wonderful thing. And this vision of seeing the complete borders on these 3 beds is just a wonderful, wonderful thing to see, because what you've wanted to see is now before you, you know? It's just wonderful. I'm just excited about this. And I love this view. It's just beautiful from every side. And it is like the entrance, because when you come down the driveway and into this part, this is what you see of the garden. And then the path there is going to lead to the back of the garden where the hydrangea lane is. And it just gives a great entrance in here. And you get to see this part of the garden as well. I'm always pleased to see the grass. You definitely have to have a landing space, and that's what this grassy area does for us, with all of the borders and things and the fullness of the beds, that it is necessary to have the grassy area. And it just gives your eye a place to rest as you enter into a new section here. I love the idea of just one plant in the one plant in the container at this time. I think it's just perfect for this time, because the mom is so full with color, and with the leaves of the hosta and the container, the ceramic container, it just gives it a really great look. And it's an accent. It draws your attention to this side of the garden. So when you look from this side of the garden with this container here, you can look down and you could see the other container in the distance with the wand, pulling the whole garden together, giving it a oneness. You see that? It's kind of hard with the sun shining so nicely. But let me see if I can shift my body so you can see what I'm talking about. I love to see the sun on the grass with the different shades and so forth, and I just love it. Yeah. This bed here on the side of the deck is just so beautiful right now. Everything is full and overgrown, and soon I'm going to have to clean it out and get it ready for the next season, you know, which is winter. But for right now, this is showing up so nicely. Look at that. It is so full. And that aster, wild aster, is just the icing on the cake. It's really opened up completely here, and just making this bed, this corner of the deck, stand out. And then you could see that wild aster there, but you can also see it here in this bed. So it brings a commonality. You can see it actually in a lot of the other. See it there in this bed as well. There's something about planting similar plants or having them show up in different beds, because it gives the garden a cohesive look. It looks really good. A oneness is here in my garden. I love it. I really like how this front bed, how these zinnias turned out here. And next year I am definitely going to make sure that I intentionally plant the zinnias here, because I see that they've responded very well to this section. And even though it's cold, because of the wall, the heat from the wall, that they are looking really, really good. And I just love their boldness. Now this is the way that I like the zinnias to look, nice and bold. And my Pinkabell rose is looking good too. And it's loving this warmth from the wall as well. Now in this container I have strawberry plants, and they're just spreading, and I love that as well. So I just like this corner. This came out really good. This looks very cottagey to me, and so it's something definitely to repeat in this upper bed. You know, this is my favorite area of the garden. I just love this view. And it is wonderful in every single season. This area just looks so good in every season. And now in the fall, it is not disappointing me one bit. As I walk down this pathway and I enter into the back here again, I'm just so pleased with what I see from this side of the garden. We land in the grassy part here, and you get to see the beauty, the flowers. It's just nice. I love how everything has turned out. Just really, really beautiful. You know, the garden is a work in progress. It's not something that is static. It's something that's ever changing and evolving. And that's why I love gardening, because it's not boring. It's not just a one thing. I don't like that. I love the seasons. I love the different plants that come in, the look of the garden, and I just am not bored by it at all. I love the creativity that it pulls me to really look deep inside myself and find that creative spot to make the garden look even more beautiful. I like its evolution. I love it. And every year is different from the year before. There's nothing same. You know, you continue to work it. I just love it because I get to continue to work it and to grow with it. It's just a beautiful place to be in. My garden, Catherine's garden and home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Check out my zebra grass. This is definitely this spot right here. That's the highlight of this season right now. This with the lilacs and how the sun is shining on it. It's just so beautiful on the fronds. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Now, my hydrangea, it really showed up well here and was just the anchor for this upper garden. And So I have my work cut out for me to come in and clean up this area, get the bulbs together, and get ready for it to go to sleep. And here in the front bed where I put my beautiful moms here, they are now dying back, but look at this kale. Absolutely beautiful. The kale has some things on it, bugs, but it just looks really good as an ornament here. And for the Thanksgiving and the harvesting time, is just beautiful. It's a good way to wrap up the season with the kale and the mums. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, this morning is just a beautiful morning. Do you see my golden maple tree here? How beautiful it is in the garden. Well, I am going to take you around. We're going to do a walk about in the garden and look at the garden for today, October 20th, 2024. It is a beautiful sunny day. It started off kind of cool this morning in the 40s, but it's supposed to get to the 70s, 73. And that is such a beautiful thing, just to feel the warmth of the sun again in the garden. But right now we're experiencing the sunlight through the trees and through my beautiful maple, which is so full of yellow leaves. I am just excited about this. So let's get walking. Come with me as we go through the garden together. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, my golden tree is just doing fantastic this morning. It's still here, and the sun is out shining very brightly. I thought that I could beat the sun this morning so that you could get to see the real coloring of the tree, but I didn't. But then you get to see the glow of the sun through the leaves, and yet it is so beautiful. Things are shining. I love when the sun is out in my garden. It just makes me feel really good. And so good morning to everybody. Good morning on this October 20th, 2024. What I do want to share with you is the Japanese maple that I have on the deck here, and that now you can really see the beautiful change of color on the Japanese maple. Now, I put this Japanese maple in the pot, and it's just getting larger and larger. And eventually I'm going to have to put it in the ground. But I just want to put it in the right spot. Or maybe I just have to continue to up pot it, one or the other. But for this season, it has done very well. I have pruned it a little bit. I just tried to keep it looking neat and tidy here on the deck. But I think it's like in its last hurrah right now. You know, I think that it's really at its finishing point for the season. And I just want you to see the beauty of the leaves here of this Japanese maple. Look at these leaves. They're pretty. It's giving its last glory, its last time of, you know, goodness for the year. And then I have to put it in a location where it can stay protected. I don't know, this pot is a little heavy for me to carry down the stairs, so I might just have to just find the corner that is most protected for it and put it in that corner. And more than likely, I might end up putting it storing it with my my hydrangea cuttings that I have there for next year. Maybe I'll just have to put a covering over it somehow and house it here. But yeah, this is what the area looks like. And things are just doing well. Just doing so well here with the deck life of my plants. And then I wanted to show you also my herbal bowl, which is doing well also. And I had just thrown some seeds in here. Yeah, this is marigold. I had just thrown some marigold seeds in there, and it decided to flower. I think that's so good. Yeah, the oregano is doing well. Sage, rosemary. And I even have a strawberry plant there. So this is like going on its second season. It will be its third season coming up. And we'll see how well it lasts. And then, of course, my floral arrangement is still hanging in there too. My kale has been doing okay here, but it has had some bugs on it. And what I did was I put some, I just cut some off, right? And then also I put some soapy water, some Dawn dishwashing detergent, and kind of put it in and just, you know, try to see if that will get rid of the bugs. So I'm going to do that again today and see what we get. But the rest of the leaves are looking pretty good. And then also I have string beans. String beans. See my string beans? From the string bean plant. Look at that. String beans. Every week I am just amazed at the beauty that can be found in the garden. It has really retained its beauty in every season. And of course, with the trees coming forth with this beautiful color, and especially through the sun, you know, the sun peeping through the leaves, it's just made it a very rich and exciting time in the garden for fall. And not all of the trees have colored up. So I'm gonna have this beautiful display of color for a while in my garden. And I'm excited about that because I know from past experiences that this beautiful maple tree here, it's going to shed its leaves soon, and if there's a good rainstorm, that it will fall quickly, and I will miss out on this beauty. And you know, as I said, I just love it because it just gives me my privacy and just helps me to, you know, feel secluded and feel that my garden is a secret garden. And it gives my neighbors privacy too from me. Many times I don't even know that they're there, and it's a really good feeling. But you know, all good things come to an end, and they keep moving forward. We just keep moving forward. I love the idea of the changing of the leaves. I enjoy the seasons, and so I'm excited about what is next to come. You know, even though winter is cold and so forth, I still appreciate the winter season as well. I really love when my husband cuts the grass and he adds this extra care he puts to the landscape. It just looks so good. It just makes the place look orderly. You know, the grass gives the order and the beds gives the abundance, the fullness in the garden. But he has felt that it's necessary to start cutting back. So he cut back around, or the circle around the hydrangeas, and also the leaves of the hostas, because we've had some frosts, cold frosts, a couple of days here, and they really have died back. So he cut them. I removed the canna from here, and I've just left the pot there for now, and I am going to put it away. This area is done very well. I've been pleased with it. Look at the color on the pear tree. These leaves are so beautiful. And it just gives this side here a nice look. That's pretty. Of the autumn color has come to this corner bed on the side of the deck. You can see the yellows along with the burgundies, and I have a lot of work to do in this. I say that every year. I say that every year, that I have a lot of work to do in this bed because I just let it do its thing. I'm not quick to change things because I love the fullness and the abundance, but definitely I'm going to cut back the grapevine and shore up the beautiful rose climber, Eden climbing rose. Cut back some other things there that's growing, but for right now I love this view. This is very picturesque for me. This week coming up, I'm going to be able to, the birds are crowing, they're making a whole lot of noise. But this week I am going to harvest these tomatoes because the temperature is going to be in the 70s. The highs are going to be in the 70s, and I believe that I'm going to be able to do that, to harvest them, because they will have a chance to ripen and it's going to be really nice. So I'm going to leave them here, and then by Thursday or so I'm going to harvest the rest of these tomatoes. But they have just been beautiful. I have to say that the success that I got with the tomatoes this year it's just been wonderful. I love this view. This is my favorite view of the garden. I love to just stand here and just look down into the garden. Now with the beautiful colors of the trees, it just makes it such a wonderful spot. I truly enjoy it. Thank you for joining me here this Sunday morning of October 20th, 2024 in my garden. And I hope that you will just have a restful, peaceful day. And go on out there too and go sightseeing. Look at the leaves. Enjoy the last of the beautiful season, because it's for now. We need to enjoy the beauty before us now. Now is the day. Now is the time. And just be happy. Have a good day. Bye. As we grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Oh, yes. Well, if you enjoyed this walkabout with me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, I am inviting you to subscribe to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more, because there's more to the season. There's more to explore. See all those trees that still have green leaves? I want to show them off here in my garden. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And also comment down below. Are you experiencing fall foliage? I know my southern gardening friends that you may not necessarily be seeing it just yet, but it's coming. Yeah, and so let us grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Oh, yes. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.